To celebrate your arrival, we've prepared a gift, a guide to help you navigate your inner transitions with clarity and elegance. Alignment. 7 phases of consciousness awakening. Download your copy from the link in the description. Have you ever noticed that the doors that hurt the most to close are exactly the ones you should never have tried to open? That the no that hurts the most is always the one that saves you from something you can't see yet? Rejection isn't the end of the road, it's the shortcut. You spent months, maybe years, pushing at a door. You planned, you dreamed, you invested energy, time, hope, and then it closes, right in front of you, with a definitive sound, and you stand there with your hands still warm from the effort, staring at that immobile wood, feeling like you lost, like you failed, like the universe said no to you, specifically to you, as if it were personal. But what if I told you that door was never yours, that it was just a test to see if you'd trust the intelligence of what's being built for you, even when you can't see the complete blueprint? We grow up believing that persistence is forcing, that giving up is weakness, that when something doesn't work out, it's because you didn't try hard enough. So you push, you bang, you beg. You contort yourself to fit into spaces that were never made for you. And when the door finally locks for good, you feel like the problem is you, that you're not good enough, that you don't deserve it, that everyone else made it and you somehow got left behind. But here's the truth. Nobody tells you while you're on the floor, staring at that closed door, you were never rejected, you were redirected. And the difference between those 2 words is the difference between despair and faith. Think about it. How many times have you looked back at something that didn't work out and realized it was the best thing that could have happened? That job you didn't get and later discovered the company was collapsing. That relationship that ended and then you met someone who made you understand what real love was. That move that didn't happen and later you saw that if you'd gone, you would have missed something precious that was about to arrive. You've lived this. You've been saved by a closed door, but at the time you called it failure. It's because we live at surface level. We only see what's right in front of our eyes. And at surface level, rejection is pain, it's loss, it's the end. But if you rise a little, if you look from above, you'll see the entire labyrinth. And you'll realize that closed door wasn't a wall. It was a corner, a detour, a shortcut that took you straight to where you need to be, without the years of suffering you would have lived if you'd entered. The universe doesn't reject you. The universe protects you. But it can't explain. It can't give you the complete map, because if it showed you everything now, you'd try to control, force, accelerate. And some things can only reach you when you're ready. When you're the version of yourself that can receive, hold, honor what's coming. The closed door isn't punishment, it's preparation. Let me give you an image. Imagine you're in a dense forest, trying to get to the other side. You see a wide path, paved, obvious. Everyone's going that way. It looks safe, it looks right. But when you try to enter, there's a barrier, a locked gate. You try to climb, dig underneath, push with force. Nothing works. And while you're fighting that gate, exhausted and frustrated, you don't notice that beside it, hidden by vegetation, there's a narrow trail. Silent, empty. And this trail takes you exactly where you want to go, but in half the time, without the traffic, without the traps, without the detours everyone else will have to take. The closed door didn't block you, it forced you to look sideways, and the shortcut was there all along. This is what happens when something you desperately wanted doesn't work out. It's not that the universe doesn't love you. It's that the universe loves you too much to let you take the longer path. You just can't see it yet because you're focused on the wrong door. And I know it's hard to believe this when you're in the middle of the pain, when the rejection is still fresh, when everyone around you seems to be succeeding, and you're here empty-handed, trying to understand what you did wrong. But you didn't do anything wrong. You were just asking for the wrong thing. You were asking for the door. The universe is giving you the destination. If this message resonates with you, subscribe to the channel and join a community of awakened souls walking the same journey of spiritual alignment. Carl Jung said something that should be tattooed on every human soul. What you resist persists. What you accept transforms. You think you're fighting for your dream, but actually you're resisting the journey. You want the result now, the way you imagined it, in the timing you decided. And the universe is saying, I have something better, but you need to let go of this first. Resistance is what keeps you stuck. It's what makes you bang on the same door for years while across the street there's an open door waiting for you with your name on it. But you can't see it because you're looking in the wrong place. You're so fixated on what you think should be that you can't receive what actually is. And look, this isn't about giving up on your dreams. It's not about accepting less. It's about trusting that what's yours will find you. Always, one way or another. Maybe not exactly how you imagined. Maybe better. Maybe different. But more aligned with who you really are, not with who you think you should be, not with what everyone expects of you, but with your essence, with your purpose, with the reason you're here. Think of a seed. It doesn't decide where it will germinate, it doesn't force the earth to open, it simply falls. And if the soil isn't fertile, it doesn't germinate there. It waits. It's carried by wind, by water, by an animal. And when it finally reaches the right soil, it grows. Without effort, without struggle, because the environment is ready for it. The door that closes is the wrong soil. The shortcut is the wind that carries you to where you'll flourish. And here's the part nobody prepares you to understand. Sometimes the door closes because you're not ready. Not because you're insufficient, but because the version of you that can hold what's on the other side doesn't exist yet. You need time, you need experiences, you need transformation. And forcing that door now would be like giving $1 million prize to someone who doesn't know how to handle money. It would be destruction, not blessing. The universe loves you enough to wait, to close doors on you until you're strong enough, wise enough, humble enough to walk through them without losing yourself on the other side. And while you wait, while you grow, it takes you through the shortcut. It makes you meet people who will shape you. It puts you in situations that will teach you. It gives you time to become who you need to be. And when the right door opens, you don't need to push. You just enter. And everything makes sense. You know what the sign is that something is truly yours. Ease, not lack of challenge, but ease, flow. The feeling that you're swimming with the current, not against it. When you're on the right path, things fall into place. The right people appear. Opportunities arise. You don't need to beg. You don't need to contort yourself. You don't need to prove anything. You just are. And that's enough. But when you're forcing the wrong door, everything is struggle, everything is resistance. You push and life pushes back. You try and fail, try again and fail again. And you think it's a test, that it's to see if you're strong enough, but it's not. It's warning, it's redirection, it's the universe screaming, not this way, stop, look sideways, there's another path. So what do you do when a door closes? You breathe. You feel the pain because it's real. You don't deny it. You don't pretend it doesn't matter. But you also don't camp in front of that door for the rest of your life. You look around. You ask, what is this trying to show me? What am I not seeing? Where's the shortcut? And then you trust. You let go. You walk. And you let life surprise you. Because here's what's going to happen. A year from now, maybe 2, you'll look back and see that closed door was the turning point. It was the moment when everything changed. Not because you got something better, but because you became someone better. Because you stopped forcing and started flowing. Because you stopped resisting and started trusting. And in that trust, you found the shortcut that was waiting for you all along. This is the truth about rejection. It's not the universe's no, it's the not yet, or the not this, something else. And the difference lies in your willingness to listen. to let go, to trust that you're being guided, even when you can't see the guide, even when it seems like you're alone, even when it hurts. You're not wasting time. You're not behind. You didn't fail. You're exactly where you need to be to receive what's coming. And what's coming is bigger than anything you could have forced. Because it doesn't come from your will. It comes from alignment. And alignment can't be forced. It's allowed. There's a Zen saying, the bamboo that bends is stronger than the oak that resists. You think you need to be strong, rigid, relentless, but true strength is in flexibility, in allowing life to bend you without breaking you, in trusting that the wind pushing you isn't trying to knock you down but carry you to where you need to be. And when you finally understand this, when you finally let go, something magical happens. The right doors start to open, without effort, without struggle, as if they were always waiting for you, just waiting for you to stop pushing in the wrong direction. And you enter, and it's easy, and it's right, and you laugh because you finally understand. The door you thought was closed was never yours. It was just the obstacle that forced you to find the shortcut. So look around now. Look at the closed doors in your life. That job that didn't work out. That love that didn't stay. That move that didn't happen. That dream that crumbled, and ask, what did this free me to receive? Where's the shortcut? Because it's there, it always was. You were just too busy pushing the wrong door to see it. Life isn't working against you. It never was. It's working for you, moving pieces, closing doors, opening paths, all to take you exactly where you need to be. And yes, sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it seems unfair. Sometimes you don't understand. But one day, you'll look back and see the complete design. And you'll realize that every closed door was a disguised blessing. Every rejection was protection. Every ending was a beginning, and you'll be grateful. Not for the pain, but for the shortcut. Because the shortcut doesn't spare you from growth. It spares you from the detour. It spares you from years in the wrong direction. It spares you from conquering something that was never yours to begin with. And it takes you straight to what always was, to what's waiting, to what already has your name on it. So let go, trust, walk, and leave the closed doors behind. They've already served their purpose. Now it's time to find the shortcut, and it's closer than you think. Sometimes it's the next corner. Sometimes it's the decision you're afraid to make. Sometimes it's the silence you've been avoiding, but it's there, waiting. And when you find it, everything will make sense. You'll understand it was never about the door. It was always about the path, and the right path never requires you to diminish yourself, force yourself, or lose yourself. It invites you, it receives you, it expands you, and that's the shortcut. It's not necessarily faster. It's just right. It's the path that was made for you, and no closed door will stop you from finding it, because the closed door is part of it. It's the first step. It's the redirection. It's the shortcut beginning. So take a deep breath. Look at that door that closed. Thank it, because it freed you, and now turn around, look around, see what you weren't seeing while you were obsessed with entering, and walk. The shortcut is waiting, and you're ready. If this resonated, if something inside you recognized this truth, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, not for the algorithm, not for me, but for you. Because every time you affirm what's true for you, you strengthen your ability to trust, to let go, to see the shortcuts. And the more you practice this, the easier it gets. Until one day, closed doors are no longer traumas. They're compasses, showing you exactly where to go. And you go, with faith, with confidence, with the certainty that you're being guided, always, even when you can't see. Especially when you can't see, because that's where the magic happens, in the dark, in the unknown, in the shortcut you would never have found if the obvious door had opened. The cipher of inner stillness is a poetic journey through the hidden geometry of peace. Blending mystical philosophy, Jungian psychology, and cosmic symbolism, this ebook reveals that silence is not the absence of life. It is its source. Discover this and other codices that transform the way you see the universe through the link in the description.